Hello, everyone. How's it going? My name's Ill Fitting Trousers, and I am here with, right now, three amazing people. They'll be amazing later, too. It's just we'll have more people later. um, but we are here to talk about games we're excited about in 2025. But Retro also brought up that maybe we should talk about some games that we were playing in 2024 first, and I liked that. So guys, why don't you introduce yourselves, and then we'll dive straight into 2024 craziness here.
Yeah, I'll start out. What's up, guys? My name is Fulzy Fancy 15. You don't already know by the name, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. But I also played a lot of other games, a lot of retro stuff, whether it's Zelda, Mario, Kirby, which I just finished Kirby 64 and Yoshi's Story, by the way, which was awesome. Yeah, a lot of retro games, but I also do own a few more current systems. But yeah, I'd like to play a lot of everything.
Shall I go?
Yeah.
All right. I am Retro Waffles TV. I play nonsense. That's my stream is nonsense. I am nonsense. Everything I do is nonsense. I do not play. I am the one person who does not play the typical games that everyone else here plays. First-person shooters, dumb games like Goat Simulator, roguelikes. I do it all. I do it all. I'm just here for color commentary. That's why Trousers keeps me around.
That's exactly
Exactly why Travis keeps us around.
Retro's
Fun
the
fact.
trump card. I pull. I keep up my sleeve.
Yeah. Trousers like, man, I need one person from our Splitgate team. Who do I ask?
Who do I?
I'm here.
Which I will bring up Splitgate later because that comes
I
out.
forgot that comes out this year. Heck yeah.
All right, Mr. Kokiri, you're the last one. Take us home here.
Last but not least. So, what up, y'all? For those of y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Born of Kokiri, or Kokiri for short. And if it wasn't too obvious from my name, I'm a hardcore fan of the Legend of Zelda series. Zelda is my bread and butter. But other games that I play along with Zelda, I play games with the Mario series, Kingdom Hearts, and Sonic. And I also love talking about theories and lore from both Zelda and Kingdom Hearts.
All right. Sorry, we're all a little tired this morning. It's like we're kind of waking up. So I do like this idea of talking about games that we played during 2024, some of our favorites. Does anyone want to start, or do you guys want me to kick it off? How do you guys want to do this? You're the guest. I'll bow to your whims.
Bounce off, people. It's fine.
Okay. You know what? I'll just kick it off. I've been playing Metaphor Ray Fantasio right now. I've started it last year. I'm still playing it, but that's like my most current 2024 game. It's this amazing high fantasy RPG by the creators of Persona, which is like my second favorite video game series ever. Right behind Kingdom Hearts. Honestly, it's a tie sometimes between them, but um I just love the art style of this game, the I don't know, just the direction that game takes entirely is something amazing. Even just something as simple as menus. And I mean, Atlas has been doing this for a while now, since Persona 5. But their menus are just they feel so integral to the gameplay almost. It's so smooth, it's so flashy, it's so part of the game. It's just it's and they it doesn't have to be something more than a list of like, oh, this is your equipment, this is your party, this is whatever. But they really take it to the next level, and I really like that about the game. The story's really interesting so far. The characters are very lovable. They're quickly lovable too. Um, they feel very unique and different personality wises, which is really great for an RPG. um, and like the characters you hate, you hate. The characters you love, and it's just, it's perfect. It's absolutely so well written, and I'm can't wait to dive into it more.
Nice. Now, I will say I agree with you that on Trousers with Atlas, like they make probably the best menus that can
Oh,
go into a game. Like when I see a Persona stream and when I see Metaphor streams, I'm like, Atlas has been cooking these last couple of years and they need to keep doing that because
they
that's awesome.
I know they really have. Like I forgot. Like this year they also dropped Persona 3,
Mhm.
which
They
is
did.
like it's a remake, but like it's so well it's so well remade. They use the Persona 5 engine for it, which is perfect. You know, a PS2 game getting a facelift is always kind of a nice thing sometimes, especially for one that's not very accessible, or that wasn't very accessible in like modern day. And you know, Persona's been on this they've been on this like rise lately, right? With popularity, I guess, just in general.
Yep.
Persona 5 dropped. I feel like they were getting a little more popular with Persona 4. I think Persona 5 really pushed it over the top. And then I think when Persona 5 Royal came to like every system, that also really helped. And then, you know, Persona 3 on Game Pass too. That like I know like it's cool that a lot more people were able to like experience that series who probably ordinarily wouldn't like give that series a second look. Um and I think that also really helped Metaphor Ray Fantasio get like a lot of people were looking at it after playing Persona 3 for the first time.
Right.
And you know, and then
It just looks like a great game.
yeah, I mean like the biggest selling point of that game that they were like pushing was like, oh, from the creators of Persona 3, 4 and 5, I think. And it was like um yeah, I just that's good marketing already if you drop a remake that like everyone's like this is insane. And then they're like, "Oh, you think that's insane?" Well, they just we have a new game coming out. I just think that was really clever. That I mean, they cooked all year long.
Yeah.
Your profile changed. That threw me off a little bit.
Sorry, I got tired looking at fish stick.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
All right, what?
I'll go next. See, I didn't really play any games made in 2024.
I mean,
Like a lot of my games that I played were a lot of retro games, quote unquote retro. I even had this discussion in one stream. I'm like, is this Final Fantasy X considered retro now? And everybody's like, yes, it's over 20 years old. I'm like,
oh,
way to age me. But no, like replaying Final Fantasy X was really cool. But for I have like a first time type thing, I played Secret of Mana. That was honestly a really deep game. I really enjoyed it. Um, and I feel like I can go through a game like that or Kirby 64, which I played before New Year's. And even like Pokemon Puzzle League, which I did right before New Year's. I have like a better sense of admiration for those games
yeah.
now than I would have as a kid, where I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. But seeing how the game was made back then and seeing just how good it holds up, especially for those three games, especially like Pokemon Puzzle League, where yeah, it can be like Tetris like, but that's a game that I mean Tetris 99 is a huge thing still. So um you look at those games now, in my opinion, like and they still hold up. Those were three of the main games where I really was like, hey, this is really cool. But then I see like everybody streaming the other games, I'm like, man, I really gotta get through my backlog sometime.
Yeah, and you also brought up a good point that I probably should make a little clearer. When we're talking about like games for 2024 and 2025, I'm just talking about what we played and what we plan on playing. If it's from a different year, that's totally fine too. Like I want, like backlog, especially backlog games, like people are planning on knocking out some of their backlogs this year, it sounds like. And I already am too. And I'll get into that when we get to 2025, but um I just wanted to make that clear. Yeah, that's totally, like talking, especially you're playing retro games. That's perfectly fine for the topic and everything. Sorry, I just was like, I went on a little tangent there, but I honestly, it was kind of interesting this year or last year. There was a lot of Kirby talk in the like some of the
Yeah.
communities I was in. Mostly because we were excited about Kirby with a cowboy hat. And,
Yep.
um,
And you know, when they came out with the Kirby Souls like game at the Game Awards, I'm like, oh, this game looks kind of interesting. And someone's like, it's only $30 for when it comes out. I'm like, I'm gonna probably buy that at some point. That's pretty neat.
Kirby, wait.
They made
What?
like a cool Kirby Metroidvania type game, like showcase at the Game Awards. I'm like, or no, it's Pac-Man. I mean, sorry,
Oh,
Pac-Man.
oh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember
I-
Kirby.
I
I remember
was like,
Pac. I remember
Kirby?
Pac-Man.
I was thinking
Oh my
circular
God.
objects, and I'm like, Kirby. I forgot about Pac-Man.
I mean,
I was like, that sounds so fun. How did I miss that? Like, what?
They should make a Kirby Metroidvania
I mean,
game.
That's
if you want to be clear, Folsey, if you want to know true facts, Kirby actually was supposed to be yellow for a concept art idea, so that would
Well,
make
then use
sense.
a yellow bubblegum ball. I'm cool with that.
Oh my gosh, I really
He's
like
our favorite humble bubblegum boy.
really, because I think you also said Souls-like first. I was like, Souls-like Kirby game.
Yeah, no, I meant Metroidvania. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
no.
I'm giving someone
You gave
a
me
creative design idea.
I know Nintendo should hire you. That's insane. Like that sounds so fun.
Dude, I'll hire Folsey.
There you go. There you go. You'll start work on the
Spitballing
unofficial,
ideas.
official Sir Kirby Souls like Metrovania game. All right, which one of you guys are next?
I think it's wait, didn't Retro have a turn?
I didn't. So
Okay,
I'll
all right,
go
Retro, you
now.
can go.
Games that I played this year. Ah, jeez. Games that came out in 2024 that I played. I picked up Content Warning a little earlier in the year.
Is-
If you
Oh, so
Go
is
ahead.
that the one that's kind of like oh what
Company.
Lethal Company, yeah, but it's like
Kind
looks
of.
better.
Yes. Though I don't think the two games are. They have like the same premise. It's spooky game.
Okay.
But Lethal Company, I have it. I never played it. But I know that game you kind of just have to go around and gather scraps or you die. Content Warning is record funny video for fake YouTube and get views or
Oh.
die.
Oh, okay.
So that game is definitely more of like a party game. Like you definitely need a lot of friends. I think it's 4, 6 friends you can have on that. That game is a blast if you have friends. I picked up Helldivers 2 this year, of course. Played the heck out of that. I think I hang on, let's check to see how many hours I put into that this year. 118.
Jeez.
Just from when I got it. Marvel Rivals, of course, came out this year. I'm sure everybody in here has played that at least once.
I've been
Um,
hooking on Marvel Rivals lately.
yeah. Not a big Overwatch guy, but Marvel Rivals came in. I was a little hesitant because I was like, I don't like games like this.
Mhm.
And then I started playing it, and I was like, all right, okay. And then I found, you figure out your main. So I'm a Moon Knight / Squirrel Girl main.
Ooh, there you go.
And then you just have some fun. But I mean, I'm still playing Splitgate in preparation for Splitgate 2. I got to shake the rust off. I'm not as good as I once was.
Oh, Landy, welcome in. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. Whenever you're ready, just we're in the Discord. You could just hop in whenever you're ready to go.
I think out of other games that I picked up smaller games like Keyboard Arena, which is a roguelike hack and slash. That actually has a game coming out this year. Hell Let Loose is something I've been playing. I think Hell Let Loose is one of the best FPSs on the market right now, and such an amazing community that game has, because it's fully prox chat for your side of the war.
Okay.
So just being able to talk to people, and just very good, like very fun, like interactions, and also the PTSD that game gives you. A lot of survivor's guilt in that game. A lot of that guy should have lived and I should have died in that situation. But
What?
What else did I play? A lot of GTA RP.
Sorry, with the prox chat, you reminded me. I played a bit of Call of Duty this year, and one of my favorite things is sneaking up behind someone and like grabbing them. Because for some reason, it turns on proximity chat, so you can talk to like the guy you're holding as a hostage. And it's very fun. I'm sorry. That's like my favorite thing to do, though.
I did not pick up COD this year.
No,
This is like the 5th year in the row that I was just like, listen, I can't do it anymore.
Honestly, this one was pretty good. I haven't played it super much lately, but like, I skipped. I picked up Cold War, and that was like the first Call of Duty game I've ever played, actually. And then I skipped like the other ones after I played the betas because I was like, it's not for me. And then I played Cold War, or the Cold War one. And I was like, oh, okay, this feels better.
I would pick up like games for like the backlog. Like I picked up Biomutant. I picked up Lord of the Rings. What is that? Lord of the Rings Moria.
Oh yeah.
Like the base building dwarf game that they came out with. I think that was either this year or last year, because Epic Games likes to drop free games.
Yeah.
Too much. This was a bad Christmas for them. Usually they have better Christmases for their free games, and this was not the year for them.
Yeah. The one, like the game from them that I like really wanted and I missed it was Sifu. I just totally.
Sifu's on Game Pass though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Game Pass PC. Sifu's on there. I played a little bit of Sifu. My character kept getting aged a lot, and I was just like, all right, I'm no longer having fun. I am ancient. I'm getting one down by other people. That makes sense. I don't even know what else I picked up.
Me when I turned 30.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I'm not happy. I think Helldivers was probably the best game with a really good like development team that's been listening to the community. Reminds me of Fortnite back in the day, before they stopped listening to the community and went, we're just gonna strictly go with collabs and nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Fortnite in 2024 and 2025. Yeah.
Honestly,
my
Fortnite time has went down since Marvel Rivals. Like, Marvel Rivals has all my multiplayer attention right now.
I think it varies for me. It's like, do I want to go against people who are super sweaty? And if so, do I want to do Fortnite? Do I want to do Marvel Rivals? And then it's all depending on who I have with me. And then I'll switch between the two. But Helldivers I'll always go back to in terms of multiplayer. I think they just keep adding new stuff, and their system is, it's a pay game, but with like battle passes and stuff that you can find the currency in game to, you know, stack up to buy your war bonds, and all of their microtransactions are very cheap. So it's not like Fortnite where you feel like you're spending like an arm and a leg to get something.
Yeah.
Helldivers is very nice, and they're following they kind of did the thing where like once a new war bond comes out, the other ones are still available, which I know Marvel Rivals is doing for their battle pass.
Yeah,
Once the new battle pass comes out, you can still get the old one.
yeah, it's a very pro consumer move, and I think more games need to start following that trend.
Yeah. I don't know, what else did I pick up this year that was like a hitter? Enshrouded. I've gotten like, Enshrouded's a survival game, very RPG survival base building, but the map is like they were on crack when they made it. It's massive. I don't know what the developers were doing, but that map is huge, and now I understand why it's a 2 to 16 player game. Which means I sit on my property, and I'll look past my property, and I can tell that the map's too big because half of it won't render in. It kind of just stops, and I'm like, okay, I know there's more over there, but I can't see it. I think that's where, besides like just games that I have in the backlog for stream that I never finished, that I always say I'm going to go back and finish on stream.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah. Still didn't finish God of War.
Did you knock any of your backlog out this year?
No.
No.
I would have bought new games that I'm going to put on the backlog and not play. Yeah. That's my entire thing. I still never finished God of War for stream, Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghostwire Tokyo. Hell, I have fucking games from when I started streaming on Xbox that I never finished on stream. Like Control. That I have, I think, like, free on every fucking system.
Yeah.
For every fucking platform, because it's always free. Yeah, no. That's about what I did. Just a lot of multiplayer games. Not a lot of single player games. Oh, Battlefront 2. I'm still playing Battlefront 2 in good old 2024. I just got my heavy to level 250.
Damn. I've booted it up a few times since... Or I think this year I booted it up at least once or twice. It's fun.
Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 is still great.
It's still
upsetting that EA never did anything with it.
Or made a Battlefront 3. Like
they canceled that, and the other they canceled Battlefront 2 3 and Battlefield 6 in favor of Battlefield 2042. And that was disappointing. I like 2042, but not over those two games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really upsetting. Star Wars has not had a good company make a Star Wars game besides Respawn and the Jedi Survivor series.
Yeah, was Jedi Survivor this year, or was that last year?
I think that was this year.
Can't remember. There's some...
I didn't play it. I still haven't finished Fallen Order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's still on the backlog.
It's still on the backlog. That was 2023.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got a ways to go. Like, one of my games for most excited for 2025 already came out for everybody else. I just have to wait for the PC port.
Ah.
Spider-Man 2, looking at you.
Oh, that's this month, though.
That is this month. I still have to finish Miles.
Yeah. you got a month to do it.
Yeah, I won't get that game in a month, so it's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll finish Miles at some point.
Kokiri, what about you, man? What are you playing?
Okay, so last year I thought it was a pretty good solid year for games that came out. Now, I will definitely say this though. Honestly, I think 2024 was a good year for Mario RPGs to rise from the grave. Like obviously, back in 2023 the whole thing started with Mario RPG getting a remake that nobody was expecting to happen. And I was because when I first found out, I was like, oh my god, this is happening. a game that was on the Super Nintendo back in '96, mostly a Square Enix game coming back. I'm like, there's no way it's happening. And then, of course, then there was the announcement for like, oh, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door gets announced for a remake, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me! This is not This is not happening. A 20-year-old game from my childhood is getting revived, and like when I played it, I was like, oh my god, like this looks so good. Like this is everything that I loved, like with the original Thousand Year Door back in GameCube back in 2004. And then yet another RPG gets announced with Mario and Luigi coming back with Brothership. Since, of course, since right after back in 2019 when Alpha Dream got bankrupt, filed for bankrupt since they weren't making enough money with the Bowser's Inside Story remake. But it was a good year for Mario RPGs. Obviously, I enjoyed 7 Rebirth. Rebirth was an absolute treat. I mean, I won't spoil anything for those who have not played it, but I will say it was worth the wait. I really loved all the characters that you got to play and interact with. Like 7 Rebirth was just so good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I know we had some talk earlier with Persona 3 Reload. Like that definitely was a game that was on my radar for sure. Because like I didn't grow up playing much of the original Persona 3, and like I was like, and then when I first played, I was like, okay, this actually is pretty cool. Definitely, like graphic wise, it definitely, I don't remember who was saying it earlier. I think it was, but the graphic wise saying like, oh, this looks a lot like Persona 5, but the characters are all from Persona 3. I was like, okay, this looks really promising. And yeah, I still need to fucking finish it. I'm not even done. I've actually had people bullying me saying, "Oh, you're stuck into the tutorial." Listen, I'll get there. I will get there. Just be patient with me.
I'm people.
I'm people. Oh yeah, you are one of them, Trousers. But honestly, one of the biggest deals out there for me was the from last year was a brand new 2D Zelda game to where you actually get to play as Zelda herself. And honestly, I thought that was a really huge deal.
Yes.
Like, because normally like in 2D Zelda games, we're mostly playing just Link, right?
Yeah, it's finally her legend.
It is finally her legend. Like, honestly, it was cute. I will admit, it was a cute game. Like, the graphics definitely looking a lot more like the remake of Link's Awakening. But I just love like how like this is Zelda's time to shine. Like being able to like create your own echoes and just explore Hyrule and like restore, like eradicating all the rifts and stuff. Like it was just so great, dude. Like I freaking loved Echoes of Wisdom. It was such a fun game. But now if I wanted to conclude something that I really enjoyed from last year that was really hyping me up, and I don't think anyone brought this up yet, but I'll do it anyway. I really enjoyed the marketing campaign for the Fearless Year of Shadow. Like Sega going all out to like give one of the most fan favorite characters within the Sonic series, which is Shadow. Because like honestly, when you go around and talk to people who are Sonic fans, and you ask them who their favorite character is, more than likely you'll get a lot of people will say it's Shadow. Yeah, it's Shadow. And Shadow, since Sonic Adventure 2, he was already a cool character to begin with. And even to his day, he still is. And Sega went all out with the whole marketing campaign of like giving Shadow his own year. Like you got all like the merchandise coming out, like with Fearless Year of Shadow t-shirts. You had like that world tour of like having like the Shadow motorcycle being all over the place, where people can actually take a picture of it. But dude, like they just went all out with the Year of Shadow, like the whole like the Dark Beginnings animation that they brought out, Sonic X Shadow Generations. which is honestly was definitely one of the best Shadow the Hedgehog games I've ever played. Like, if you love Shadow, I definitely would recommend picking it up. I mean, yeah, it is pretty short. I wish it was a little bit longer, but honestly, this is definitely is a game for those who actually enjoy Shadow as a character. But I think we can all agree that the perfect way to end the year of Shadow was the obviously the announcement and the release of the Sonic 3 movie. To where we had Keanu Reeves as Shadow, which honestly, I mean, obviously I won't spoil the movie, but I will say I think Keanu Reeves did a really great job playing as Shadow. Like, compared to all the other game actors who played Shadow, I think Keanu's performance as Shadow was just really good. And if you have not seen the movie, I would totally recommend it. It was such a good highlight. But honestly, but again, the year of Shadow was just so good.
Yeah, I they also dropped the DLC for Sonic X Shadow too, didn't they, this year?
Yes, they did. They did. They had the movie Shadow DLC. Yeah, it's only just one level, but I just love the fact, of course, that they were able to get Keanu also voice Shadow for that DLC segment, which I actually thought was pretty cool.
So, is that one level, is it like a prequel? Like, is it before his scene in the movie, like the first scene, or is it?
So that is actually as a reference to the first trailer that we got for Sonic 3, to where you actually see like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles like in Tokyo, to where they actually confront Shadow. Yeah, the trailer scene where he's like, "You're a colorful bunch."
Yeah, yeah.
So it's that scene to where Shadow is just running around Tokyo. He's being chased by Gun. He's trying to get out of there. So it's basically just like that one particular scene where it's just Shadow in Tokyo trying to get away from Gun.
Okay, okay. That makes sense then. That's kind of what it looked like from like after I watched the movie, but I wasn't 100% sure on that. I need to
Oh yeah,
I need to play it.
do it. Yeah, do it.
Um. Yeah, I think every game that I really was like interested in 2024 got covered. Is there anything else you guys, or do you guys want to move on to 2025?
We can move on to 2025.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just gonna start with like an early game that like I'm really excited about for 2025. And it's Civilization 7. I really love the Civilization games. They're just strategic, uh like, I don't know, world building simulator type thing. Whether you win through army or building, like culture or whatever. It's always just it's really one of those games I find really relaxing until like towards the end of the game when when like you can tell the game's almost over. Um but like I really like playing it with my friends. I don't always know what I'm doing properly in those games. But the music in those games, the visuals of those games, and the love and care I feel like I see in the series of Civilization makes me really excited for Civ 7.
I never played any of the Civilization games.
Really? Oh, you should give them a shot. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
they're just turn-based strategic, games, but they
You
are,
sold me there.
yeah, they're fun. I mean, like, you can win the game by like conquering the world basically, or you could like win the game through like pushing science or like religion or whatever, and like it's really cool. There's like a few different alternate wins to the game. Um but it's a lot of people just go for like taking over the world. So it really depends on what you do, but you start like a civilization from like nothing basically. You found a settlement, and then it grows and it grows, and you can create like you have like people in the settlement who like they have needs that they need met. You know, you need to make sure they have food. You need to make sure they have water. You need to make sure they have entertainment. You need to, you know, and as you like research different things, each turn is like I think it's considered a year. So like you could start out like learning how to create the wheel, and that takes like 7 turns or something, you know, depending on how like advanced your research is and whatever. There's a lot of intricate details to it, but it's a really fun game. I totally recommend checking out any of the Civ games, honestly. Like Civ 6 especially, it's always on sale on Steam lately. But yeah, it's a they're a really interesting time.
Makes sense.
So yeah, if we could just go in a circle, I think, or just a pattern, or you know.
Yeah, I can talk about what I'm excited for 2025 this year.
Ooh.
Well, two things actually. One, I'm excited that Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming out to Switch because I've actually never played it. I never played it back when it was on Wii U. So I'm really excited to try out Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think it's going to be awesome, especially if you're a hardcore Xenoblade fan. I'm glad that final, huh?
Oh, I was about to say, which like everyone is lately. I've been seeing everyone playing Xenoblade.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. I mean, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I feel a little left out. I haven't played any of them.
Oh, dude, you should. Dude, you should. Xenoblade is so good. But another one that definitely has my hype is the honestly, I'm glad that we finally got an announcement last year, but I'm glad that this year we're finally going to get the 4th game in the Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime series, with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Because like honestly, dude, like I haven't completed any of the Metroid Prime games. I'm still working on the first one.
Mhm.
But based on what I've been playing so far, like they're just really good, dude. I mean, it's got this dark tone and atmosphere, but the Metroid Prime series is pretty good, and I definitely am. I honestly can't wait to see where this new game is going to take Samus on this whole new journey. Since after the events of 3, but also I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm sure probably will get announced later this year. I'm calling this right now. There's going to be a new 3D Mario game this year. I mean, honestly, this is definitely the 40th anniversary of the series.
Is
I'm
it?
calling it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's the 40th anniversary. I'm calling it right now. New 3D Mario game is going to get announced this year.
Mario's
That'd be
old.
awesome.
Yeah.
Trousers, come on, my guy. He's only 5 years older than me, dude.
Yeah, Trousers, come on, bro.
Trousers is like, it's time for Mario to cast asunder.
It's Mario's retiring. It's he's. Oh gosh,
That'd be awesome to get 3D Mario.
Landy, welcome on in, man. How you doing? Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You killed him, Trousers. How could you?
He's fixing his mic. Okay. Let's move on then. I guess we'll get him in here in a second.
Yeah, kind of going off of Kokiri a little bit. I was gonna say Metroid Prime because I was like, when that game finally got announced, I was like, we're gonna roll now. Like I played Metroid Prime Remastered. That game was awesome. I never played the first Metroid Primes, so I was like, this is a really neat game. I kind of agree with Kokiri. I kind of think that we might get a Mario 3D for the 40th. I also in kind of a weird way, would love to see them kind of re-release the original Mario Brothers. Maybe for the Switch. I know it's on the Switch library and all that, but I
Yeah.
think that'd be kind of a cool thing. I think Metroid Prime is the one game I was kind of centering myself around. And then when we get like all these different directs and Square Enix show and stuff like that, it'd be really neat to see what they kind of have for updates. But kind of looked at what's confirmed already. I'm like Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I haven't played the Metroid Prime series. I picked them up on because my GameStop was closing, like a few years back, and I picked up the trilogy on the Wii.
Oh yes.
Like I found it was cool. It was hard to pass because it was like such a good deal, and then it was in the steelbook of it all, and like I was like, okay, like I'm a sucker for a good steelbook anyway. So I do plan on playing those eventually. And like everyone seems to love Metroid Prime, and I loved Metroid Dread when I played it. I know it's different.
Yeah, Dread was really good.
But Dread was really good. I'm like really interested in the characters now.
It was.
So I'm thinking I'm like, as much as I want to play Prime 4, I'm wondering if it's going to be a jumping on point where I could play that one first. Especially with like how big of the gap in between Metroid Prime 3 and 4 were.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine it's like a super direct sequel unless 3 ends differently or something. But yeah, I am very curious to see. Yeah, gosh, Metroid Prime. That's I didn't even think about that game coming out next year. Or this year. I keep saying next year, but we're like 4 days into the year already, which is insane to me.
So can you guys hear me now? Did I solve
Yes,
that
we
problem?
can. Yes,
I
we
can hear
can.
you.
Hey,
legend.
okay.
There he is.
There we go.
Welcome in, Landy. Landy, we were talking about like some games we played in 2024. Were there any games that like you played in 2024 that you think are worth mentioning?
Yeah, how much time you got?
Yeah,
Did you play video games this year?
did you?
Did you do any gaming?
I played a little. I mean, actually, now that you're here, and I didn't even think to mention it, I think I know one that we didn't mention that I know you played, which was Stellar Blade.
Yeah, that's a top 3 game of the year for me. That's one I highly recommend. I mean, look, if you like action games, or perhaps you're a fan of games like Nier, then the game's right up your alley. That's about all I can say. I'll give you my top 5 since you guys moved on to 2025.
Okay.
In no particular order, I think my 5 favorite games of the year were Astrobot, Metaphor, FF7 Rebirth, Stellar Blade, and Tekken 8. All worth playing. All were amazing experiences, at least for me. But yeah, I thought 2024, if you like fighting games and you like RPGs, what a year.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so I did.
Honorable mention for Marvel Rivals, because it's been keeping me from literally the final boss of Metaphor for a few days now.
Okay. I'm really glad. First, I didn't know you played Astrobot yet. I need you to do the time trials. I need to crush you on the time trials.
No, I'll just accept that I'm not as good as you and move on with the rest of my life.
No, dude, Andy is crushing me on those time trials. Every time I beat one, it like within the hour, he takes it back. And it takes me like 3 to 5 hours to like beat him on one of them. I'm just it's so frustrating. But I love it. It's like that competition with Astrobot honestly like gives it so much more replay for me. Even though it's incredible anyway, and I should play it more, but it's like the I don't know, the time trials just they're so great. They're so great. And then I'm glad you're also playing Marvel Rivals too, because I know we were talking about that before.
It's a lot of fun, man.
It's so good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to work on those servers, but it's a young game. It's an early game. Maybe they weren't expecting to be as successful as they were, but bottom line is it's fun. They just, for the love of God, don't do a roll queue. Let people do whatever wacky combinations they want and let them pay the price for being dumb. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to run Vanguard. No Vanguards are fun. Leave me be. Leave me alone.
I want 6 DPSs.
You can still win using 6 DPS.
5 DPSs and 1 healer, and we won like 3 in a row before we got pummeled. But it was a wild three-game run. That's all I'm going to say.
I have one guy who runs Jeff the Land Shark. That's his main. And he will top frag every single time. And also have top heals. He's ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I don't need a Vanguard when we have Jeff the Shark putting in extra double time. Thank you.
Put in the work.
I think my biggest complaint with that game, which isn't even it's an easy fix. When Jeff the Land Shark swallows everyone, your teammate should just be able to leave. They shouldn't have to like sit there the whole, I think the teammates should like be able to exit instead of having to like, because I lost one game because of Jeff the Land Shark on my team, like used his ult, picked me up and pulled me off the point, and then we lost. Like I was holding the point on overtime.
Are you actually advocating that they buff Jeff the Land Shark's special move?
No,
Yes.
I'm saying they should let the teammates leave. Like,
Okay, so in other words, you want to make that move more effective than it already is?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. I think
no over here. Hard no over here. No thank you. That's a good way to balance that freaking move out.
I think it's just like if you don't spit out your teammates on something like that, though, it's just you have a troll on the team. Because like with any other like team up ability, you get a say on how it really plays out, right? Like if you're Wolverine and the Hulk's gonna throw you, you get to confirm that the Hulk can throw you. Like that's okay. And it's just kind of weird with Jeff's ability that you don't get a say if if you aren't going, if he's gonna keep you from playing the game. That's my rant. That's my Marvel Rivals rant. Everyone has different opinions on it though, so that's okay.
A Fist of Khonshu needs to be up. Sorry. Tired of getting one tapped.
Scarlet Witch needs to deal more damage.
Scarlet Witch
It's like you made that joke, but you just said that about Jeff.
I didn't say that about Jeff.
No, I understand what you're saying. It is annoying when I get picked up on my own team and he does not throw me out. I
So
understand.
get out of the way.
I think Jeff just.
I think Jeff's too fast for a lot of characters to get out of the way, though.
Yeah, Moon Knight's slow as shit.
Yeah.
How do you think your opponents feel?
That's fair.
Like, what are you saying?
But we're a team, But I guess I get it too. I get it too, to an extent. It's just like I'm just salty from that one game I lost. that was like 3 weeks ago. All right, back to 2025 though. Landy, any you have a game that you're interested in for 2025? I'm sure you have a couple. Just one?
Just one.
Actually, for me, 2025 is looking like the year of the backlog, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. I have a couple backlogs for 2025. I'm interested in
I'm
knocking out.
I'm still playing a lot of my 2024 games. I still Kokiri was talking about it earlier. I got to get on my Echoes of Wisdom still. You know, that's on the backlog. Like I'm still dealing with 2024. I'm fine if
Yeah.
2025 wants to be a slow year.
Yeah. There's a few things that keep it from being slow in my opinion, but
For me. For me. I
that's
mean,
fair.
everyone has different tastes, right? For my tastes, 2025 is looking very slim.
Yeah, that's fair. But do you what backlog are like? Is there something on the backlog that you're like really excited about for 2025?
So yeah, Echoes of Wisdom for
Oh
one.
yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. I'm finishing. I want a Platinum Stellar Blade. That's something I want to do in 2025. I'm probably going to give Metaphor a second run. I still got to get to the Persona 3 The Answer DLC. Like, you know, I got a bit of a checklist going here. So
Yeah, I haven't finished.
yeah,
the
get
answer
back to me in June, and maybe I'll have a very different view of 2025.
I'm with my backlog, and I know you're going to be excited about this. I picked up the Nier games. I picked up both of them, and I'm really excited to go through the Nier series this year.
Oh hell yeah!
I picked up they were like $20 on Amazon that like for Christmas, and I was like, okay, I gotta get these. So and then they came in on like I got the package. I got the package like around Christmas Day too, so I was like, oh, good, good, a Christmas present. Yes. It made me happy, and I think I'm playing Metaphor right now, and I don't know if I want to dive directly into Nier right after Metaphor, or if I want to kind of do a smaller game to like. I love JRPGs, but sometimes they're like, you need a little like palate cleanser. It's not like it's a bad game, but like, you know, something to like refresh the battery a little bit before you take on like another 80-hour quest. And I don't know what Nier is, so I'm like, maybe I should like.
Oh, trousers. Then you should just play Stellar Blade.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of a campaign, it's a fraction of the size of Nier, and you know, because Nier's got multiples of endings, so you could put like 80 hours into Nier and still maybe have an ending or two left over. If you're looking for something shorter after going, because I know what you mean about Metaphor, I know what you mean,
Yeah.
because it's a marathon. I absolutely love and adore it, but it's a marathon. If you're looking for a palate cleanser, you want to go from turn-based to action, and you want to go from elongated campaign to something a little shorter and like more contained, then I think Stellar Blade would be right up your alley.
I've played Stellar Blade. I'm actually.
Why did you not interrupt me sooner?
That's just a good point for the audience in general. So I didn't want to interrupt you. But yeah, no, I've already. I'm back in Zion after you go up the elevator. That's where I am in Nier right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean,
You're
in
making your
Stellar.
way through.
Yeah. That's kind of one of those games I put down for a while and then I come back to it a lot, but I've been playing it throughout the year a bit. It's good. It's really good. I just get frustrated. I'm like, okay, I need to take a break. But it's I'm Stellar Blade is one of my top games this year too, or last year too. It's awesome. I'm also kind of one of the games like I'm really looking forward to also as like a Pokemon fan is Pokemon Legends ZA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is next year. Also we're getting a Switch 2 announcement this year, which is or like the reveal of it. So I don't know if Legends ZA is going to be like It'd be kind of interesting to see if it's going to be like Breath of the Wild, where it was on both the Wii U and the Switch.
I think 100% that's going to happen.
It'd be interesting with a Pokemon game, though, right? Like,
honestly, if you're going to be Pokemon and you're going to have graphics that are 2 or 3 generations behind anyway, and you're not going to make it compatible for Switch 2 and Switch, what do we do?
Well, I was also wondering because the Switch 2 is already backwards compatible too, I think, right? Isn't that what they? I think that's what they said.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a rumor or confirmed though. I guess it will be really interesting to see, but like I don't know exactly. I think I'm just excited for Mega Evolutions coming back in Pokemon Legends ZA. I wasn't a super big fan of Legends Arceus. Like I didn't hate it or by any means. It wasn't what I wanted out of a Pokemon game entirely. So I am interested to see if they bring in some more like regular Pokemon mechanics into ZA or Legends. Like I think I'm a competitive Pokemon player, right? I like playing competitive Pokemon. So I think maybe Legends just being a single player game was like, you know, I don't know. It's like what am I building for? But like the story did have like it did hook me towards the end. I just kind of felt like it was a trot, like a, you know.
Well, here, yeah, let me punch in. I think the appeal of Legends though is that it's, you know, it's not going to have that competitive scene in the sense that it's like this is about gotta catch 'em all. Like
Yeah.
quite literally, like that's kind of the approach is we've made a game that is all about gotta catch 'em all. Whereas, you know, mainline Pokemon games, which, you know, are good in their own right, they I have reservations about the last gen, but I didn't play it, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
That said, you know, as far as that goes, I feel like they're creating a Pokemon for 2 different kinds of players. I think. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I have no interest in trying to be competitive in a Pokemon game.
I do understand that, and
Yeah.
I do understand that. The thing that was kind of hard about it is to play competitive Pokemon, you need like the very viable Pokemon. There were quite a few from Legends that you needed to get, and you had no way to really get them unless you played Legends and then transferred them over. So I think that's why it felt like more of a chore than a game for me.
Yeah, I see.
And I do.
That's valid, man. That's valid.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't always play competitive Pokemon either, and I did like. I just don't think I got really invested in the story until like way too late in the game. And that's normally could be a good motivator to like push through stuff like that. Cuz I don't like catching like 700 of the same Pokemon. I don't care for it. I like to collect, especially with like a normal Pokemon game, even like before I played competitive. I'd like to catch like the 10 Pokemon that I wanted on my team or something, and then like I was good. I'm not a catch 'em all kind of guy. I'm a love my animal friends kind of guy. But Legends ZA, I think I really liked Pokemon X and Y, and I really liked Mega Evolutions. And I think especially with Legends, I really liked the alternate forms of the starter Pokemons when they like evolved in different regions and stuff. So I am excited to see how that will play out in the series. And yeah,
Isn't competitive Pokemon just Pal World?
no, I think Pokemon Legends.
I'm pretty sure
it's just
that
Pal
competitive
World.
Pokemon is just Pal World.
No
'Cause
power.
they have guns.
The power developers care about their audience. What are
Yeah,
you saying?
that's exactly. That's
No, you're right.
exactly
You're right. I
it.
forgot.
But oh man, yeah, that's like one of my games. We could just keep going in a circle and like pass it around.
I mean, Trousers, do you want to talk about Splitgate too?
We can talk about Splitgate too.
Should we talk about
Because
Splitgate?
I have some feelings about Splitgate
I
too.
also have some feelings about Splitgate too.
Okay. Did you play the playtest?
I played the playtest, the first playtest they offered.
That's what I played
and
too.
I was not happy.
No, me neither.
As someone, if those in here don't know, I Splitgate was my bread and butter from 2021, probably until now. I was not highly ranked. I was a level. What level am I? 328, 380. I don't know, something stupid. I played a lot. I had like 500 hours in that game. Yeah, the playtest. While I knew it was still a beta, I kind of lost. It felt like it lost the arena shooter aspect of it
Yeah.
and became too competitive.
It also
Go ahead.
lost a lot of its charm to me. Like it lost like I really what I mean, okay, and so Splitgate 2, it feels like all their characters and all their guys are like esports looking guys, like
Mm-hmm.
and in Splitgate 1, the character I played as was a cactus with a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I played as a dead pirate. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the characters were so much more charming and like unique in Splitgate 1, and then Splitgate 2, like I guess I am being unfair because this is just like a beta,
Yeah.
but it didn't have the same charm. It didn't have the same appeal. The characters weren't giant troll men, and like they were just human looking people.
So I wasn't excited for Splitgate 2 until I saw the trailer at Game Awards.
Okay.
And then talked to a Splitgate pro that I'm friends with on Twitch. To where he was like, they should have advertised the beta better because in the beta they were just testing their competitive modes.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw the trailer for Splitgate 2 and I saw the rocket launcher return. I saw the railgun. I didn't get the BFB. Still waiting on the BFB. Love me some BFB.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting back to the arena aspect of it. I think they're going to be doing the arena aspect of it. I'm excited. But at the same time, I'm a little nervous that they kind of went too hard into the whole, like, hey, each character has their own individual powers. And I'm like, okay, why can't everyone just be on the same playing field?
Yeah, exactly. That's
The weapons are basically balanced besides the pistol. I hate the pistol. And I will always hate the pistol. Yeah, I'm excited for Splitgate 2. I'm just a little nervous that it's not going to be loved like I loved Splitgate 1.
Yeah, I am too. I was always going to give Splitgate 2 the chance after the beta still, because like it's not entirely fair to base everything off a beta, and especially if they were just testing like the really heavy nitty-gritty parts of it. That's also a better sign where I feel a little more comfortable giving it another chance. So I hope to see all the charm of Splitgate 1, or at least a lot of it in
Mine was
Splitgate
the
2.
maps. The maps just felt dead.
Yeah, and I'm guessing those were more of the competitive maps as well then, if that's the case.
Because Splitgate 1 had so many cool maps with so many cool Easter eggs. Like, they
Yeah.
had the aquarium map that if you found the one spot, you could see SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward's house way off in the ocean. That was always cool. The lava well map, which has Terminator giving the thumbs up as he dips into the lava. Like, just the little funny haha
Yeah,
Easter eggs.
and I'm wondering if they are just doing, especially after what you said, if they are just doing maps that are like for competitive modes only, and then they'll do maps that are like for more casual fun experience.
Yeah.
Because like those maps did feel very like competitive oriented. So I think that's a a good sign.
Yeah. What should I bring up my hot topic for 2025?
Yeah.
Even though I don't think this game's gonna come out in 2025.
Okay.
GTA 6.
Hmm.
GTA 6 ain't coming out in 2025.
I don't
I also think GTA 6 is gonna be awful.
I don't know about the awful part because I haven't seen enough to like. I feel like I have an opinion on that.
Well, they
But-
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
Yeah,
Spill the tea.
So do you want my tea on why I think
All of it.
Oh yeah.
GTA? So I love GTA 5. I think I've put close to 1,000 hours in GTA 5 this year, strictly by doing GTA RP.
Okay.
Which I love. I love GTA RP. I love the communities that I'm in. I like the fact that I can do a lot more than I can in 5. Like I can be a cop. I can be a firefighter. I can fight fires. I can own my own shop, and I like that aspect. And I know that Rockstar bought 5M or CFX for all their scripts to like cars will run out of gas. You have to go to a gas station to fill them up. But I also know that they're trying to implement a RP aspect to 6, and I don't like that. If it going by what they did for Red Dead Online, where you can't have private lobbies with like just your friends like you can in GTA 5. I don't feel like getting arrested by a 6-year-old. And then just like a 6-year-old when I'm just trying to live my life. Like that aspect of like people could be cops. I'm like I don't want them to be cops. I would if you're gonna do that, do it somewhere else. I worry about GTA 6 Online. Because GTA 5 is their moneymaker. They abandoned Red Dead Online to continue to update GTA 5 Online, which I think is a huge missed opportunity because Red Dead, in my opinion, is better than GTA 5, story-wise and world-wise. So that's a worry that they're just gonna, GTA 6 Online will come out and then they'll be like, should we just keep adding updates to 5? It's like, no. Either go all in or don't.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite games. I think the world is so detailed in that game. One specific thing that I can think of is there's a railroad track being built in-game. And if you go and watch the NPCs build it, you can actually see them driving the stakes into the ground and then moving and then adding more track. And if you come back later in the game, they've moved farther down with that track. Like, the immense detail that game has, and Rockstar had come out and said that they were not going to be as detailed with GTA 6 because it took too long in Red Dead.
Well,
So
that
there's some worries that I have. Also, the fact that we've only had one trailer,
yeah,
and that trailer came out over a year ago.
and that trailer. Well, no, actually, they said that trailer was gameplay, but it looked
It was
mostly cinematic.
It was
Yeah.
all cinematic.
But I just,
I have zero hope for GTA 6. And I know it's like the whole joke is, wow, we got this before GTA 6. Oh, we're getting this before. Like, the joke is great, but I think that the hype GTA 6 has, the game won't live up to it. Like, I think out of all the games to ever come out, I think GTA 6 is the most hyped. Is the most talked about game.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like Elder Scrolls 6. Like, it's really hard for that game to live up to the hype that there's, because it is so hyped. It's almost like it's almost not fair for the game itself to get a fair shot at everything.
No, because the people will be like, okay, well, this didn't live up to the hype, and I'm sure
It's
it's
like-
Rockstar. And one of the big things is Rockstar is definitely like a parody of, if you've played 5 and if you've listened to, and this is so niche, but if you listen to the radio stations in 5, like I listen to a lot of the talk radio in 5 for some reason, and it's all very like parodying of the world, to where like, yes, it's crude and it's a lot of the stuff they say is inappropriate and wrong, but if you listen to it and you think about it, it's all just a parody of our world.
Mhm.
Just an overdeveloped, and I think what I heard recently is the Rockstar developers didn't want to go that route They wanted to go a little bit more, and I hate this word. They want to go a little bit more woke, which
Oh.
I think disrupts the entire GTA lore. Is that GTA is a parody of our world.
Yeah.
Where I think if they do that, it loses some of its nuance, and it kind of just loses the world feel. Because it's what you expect from Rockstar. You expect random shit.
Well, from GTA, like, I expect people to not be good people. You know, if that makes it, you know.
Well, as someone who plays GTA 5, I am not a good person.
No, I mean, like, I meant the, just the world, like, the people in the world to not be good people, you know?
Right.
Like,
And
yeah.
if you remove that, then what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, it's in the name, you know? But, yeah, that's interesting. I'm not a big GTA guy or anything. But I am, it just feels like we haven't seen much where I'm kind of like, yeah, this game, like, I wouldn't be surprised if GTA gets delayed either, you know?
It's that, and for the fact that Rockstar has stated that like they don't really want it to come to PC. They also said that they would like people to pay like by the hour of how long they play instead of just a flat rate. So it's like all of these decisions that Rockstar is doing, and it's like, why?
And I'd
So,
like
like,
$1 billion, but like I'm not going to get $1 billion, and
no. It's more of Rockstar releases GTA. Let's say 2025. It doesn't come to PC till like 2027. If it releases in 2026, PC doesn't get that till 2028. And it's like your majority of the people who play GTA are on PC. I think GTA was one of the most streamed games on Twitch this year.
Mhm.
I think it was, if I remember Twitch's review, GTA was like top of the streams this year, and that was mainly for RP. And I think if they shut down 5M when 6 comes out, they're gonna lose a lot of the people who enjoy GTA.
does sound that way, especially like I don't know. I mean, like I think they will. You know, like obviously leaving out PC, you're gonna miss a lot of people too, and then like consoles. I well, I don't. I think when they released for console, they released for like the PS3 and the PS4, right? Like in that era.
Yeah,
Or
this
that-
game's been chilling for like way too long.
Yeah, and this game's not coming to last gen consoles, right?
No,
So it's
no.
like, I think they're just overestimating. It sounds like how many like people are on are on current gen consoles, because like there is quite a lot, but it's not as much as two consoles combined, right?
Yeah, no. There's a lot more people who are still playing on PS4 who have not moved to PS5.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people playing on the Xbox One who haven't moved on to the Xbox Series X. I mean, yeah, like it. I mean, at this point, current gen, you might as well just get yourself a new console.
Mhm.
PS5 isn't next gen. Xbox Series X isn't next gen. They're all current gen.
Yeah.
So I feel partially part to people just get consoles are probably the most affordable they've been in a while.
Unless you want the Pro.
Unless
True.
as someone who I recently just worked at Target, so I sold a lot of those. There was no point, especially when they don't have disk drives. Like I don't understand why we're moving away from discs.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I'm all for disc all the time. I just don't. It's not a pro console if it doesn't have a disc drive, in my opinion. But that's that's like
Yeah,
I wish my
at
PC had
least
disc
not the
drives.
PS5 Pro.
no.
No, and there's no games that did PlayStation. I'm not a PlayStation guy. I think I should clarify that for everyone. I'm not a PlayStation guy. Any game that I play on PlayStation has come to PC, and I use an Xbox controller. So that's yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know if PlayStation had any games that were like specific for the Pro that were even worth it to get the console.
I mean, Final Fantasy 14 or Final Fantasy 7 looks
Yeah, but I don't.
amazing on it, but like it's also coming to PC. It's also, I like if the Pro was cheaper, I'd consider getting a Pro, but it's like too expensive to be worth it.
It's not like Xbox has any games that were worth getting on the Xbox. The only thing worth getting an Xbox for is Game Pass.
And
And I
that's
say that as a Microsoft, as an Xbox fan. I think speaking on Xbox, I think they only have one game this year that's actually might be a exclusive worthy game, and that's Avowed. I think from what I'm hearing, it's the game that's what was the game that they had that was in space that didn't do well? Oh, that's fuck. that game.
Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard that this game is supposed to be what Starfield was for the Xbox.
Okay. I mean,
That
I do have an Xbox game on my list that I'm genuinely really excited about.
does
to-
not have a release date. I looked.
Oh, does it
no
not?
release date
Oh,
for Fable. As I
no.
know that's the game that you were mentioning last night in the stream that you're really excited for Fable.
I'm excited for Fable. I want Fable.
Man.
Look, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I have two Xbox games. I mean, Avowed's one of them, but I mean, I'll just root for anything for Xbox to do something good
Mhm.
because they've just been. I don't know. Both consoles have had their or both companies have had. I've had issues with PlayStation not allowing certain games to come to Xbox, even though Xbox has been like, here, take some of our exclusives, go have fun with it. Sea of Thieves came to PlayStation this year.
yeah.
I'm happy that more people are getting to roam the seas because that game is excellent. Did Halo get put on PlayStation this year? Was that a rumor that I heard?
I think that was a rumor. I don't
that
think
was
that.
a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that they sent some of their games, but like PlayStation, you could have put Helldivers on Xbox. You could have done it. Now was the time to do it. The middle of the year of 2024 was the time to do it, and they never did. Even though Arrowhead was like, yeah, we're just waiting for PlayStation to say, hey, you guys can do this because we're ready to go. And it's like, I feel just gaming communities now, or like publishers and studios, I feel don't have the gamers' interest at heart.
I
I
mean,
think is why no one's excited for games in 2025.
yeah.
Looking at you, Ubisoft. I'm not happy with Ubisoft. But I heard they're shutting down, so
Okay.
yeah,
that would be.
I heard Ubisoft is filing for bankruptcy,
Oh gosh.
which is upsetting.
Yeah, I mean, especially last year, we've gone through. There were so many developer layoffs, and there was so. You don't want to hear, studios closing down because, like, I don't know, there's just so many hardships lately in the game
I
industry.
mean, there were so many big AAA games that just didn't hit the mark. I think that, like, a lot of my games that I'm excited for in 2025 are indie games. I think indie games are on the rise. I mean, they are on the rise. Lethal Company, Content Warning, all were huge streaming games this year.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that one game that was the one developer got nominated for Game of the Year? Baltro?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Metro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That game came out of nowhere.
I've put a lot of time in that game, too. It's really fun.
I remember, I think I was watching I think it was Andy's clip, and he was just like, I didn't even know what this game was. And I was like, yeah, I don't think anyone did.
it just kind of appeared, and I think it was a phone app, and then it just came to consoles and PC and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's great.
I just think there's a lot
Yes,
of
the
games.
card game was really successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was developed by one person too is just awesome. We're gonna see so many more titles that are developed by small teams and by like one person, and that's great. Honestly, it's great. One of my goals is I would like to play more indie games this year.
I have a couple that are coming in 2025. If you'd like to hear about them.
Okay.
I got Kingsmaker coming out in, I think it's Q1 of 2025. But that game, let me pull up my Steam wish list. as it sits there. Yeah, it's a. How do I describe this game? I can just read you the. So you have to go back in time to a war-torn medieval area with an arsenal of modern weapons to change the course of history. So you're fighting in large-scale medieval battles, but with like guns and grenades and Apache helicopters.
Okay,
And like you're driving around in a truck, just running over dudes and like helmets
in armor
and swords. Yes.
Oh,
I saw this game and I was like, "Fuck, I'm in."
okay. You got me.
You got me. I don't know. I've always wanted that. Like, what if you went back in time? Well, I always thought, like, what if you went back in time to like the Revolutionary War and gave like the American Army, like, here is an AR-15. Go nuts. And just see what happens. Like, games like that, why can't we get games where it's like, we take something, put it in the past, see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for Kingsmakers. And then the other one is Keyboard. Keyboard Arena came out. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Everyone's got to say hello. They won't talk until
Who's this?
Who?
I don't know.
Oh. That is a phone number.
Yeah, we're gonna. There we go. Interesting.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Someone's IP address that just joined. Hopefully that doesn't ruin their.
I have the streaming thing on it. I can't see your names on here right now. Any names on here. So, yeah.
Yeah, Keyboard is a RPG action roguelike beat 'em up. Keyboard Arena's. Oh no, it just got taken off the Steam page.
Oh.
Yeah, it had an arena mode that I've been playing through because I got really into roguelikes. I guess last year, 2024, 2023. So Keyboard is very exciting, and then I think Agent 64: Spies Never Die. I'm very excited for. And it's a it's a 64-bit like GoldenEye for the N64.
Uh-huh.
Like that. It's that type of game. It's basically GoldenEye for the N64, but made in like Unreal Engine.
Okay. I'll have to check that out for sure.
Besides that, I don't really have any. There's just not a lot of games coming out. I'll probably pick up games that came out this year if they go on sale. Like I picked up $100 Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League for $5.
Oh yeah,
Like that was the only way I was gonna play that.
I got that
trash.
I got that game for free from Amazon Prime, and I'm like,
Dang.
I might check it out for that low price of.
Yeah, I saw $5 for a $100 game, and I went, all right.
$0 sold me.
Couldn't pay me to play it. Couldn't pay me to play it.
I just want to have be able to form my own opinion on it. I guess
The
you know,
problem is
like
that any game that is Marvel, Star Wars, or DC, mainly Star Wars and DC, I'll just play.
Mhm.
Like I'll pick up Star Wars Outlaws at some point.
yeah,
I'll play Star Wars Outlaws. I've heard bad things, but again, open world Star Wars game, I'll probably enjoy it.
I hear bad
Like-
things about every video game almost all
Like,
the time,
Yeah,
and it's
like I
like
heard bad things about Far Cry 6, and I love Far Cry 6. So
no one's ever happy anymore. It's like
no,
it's just hard.
Oh,
so.
no one's-
Great gamers happy.
But
Oh.
it's one thing like when everyone's saying a game's trash, but like you
Yeah.
you get so many people who are like, oh, this game's trash, and then they're very vocal about it despite
I think when a lot of people say trash, right? I think what they're observing is something is uninspired, right? I've never played Star Wars Outlaws, so I'm not going to say it's trash. But when I look at it, I look at something that looks uninspired, completely uninspired. As a huge Star Wars fan, it does not appeal to me at all.
that's fair.
see
It's like, so I think when a lot of people say, "Oh, that game is shit," it's like, no, it to me it looks uninspired, right?
see
Compared to say an FF7 Rebirth or Stellar Blade or other games that had to compete with this year,
yeah.
you know, So I don't know.
I wish more people would say.
Far away, and you can't get me to go to feel a sense of wonder.
I wish more people would say that, because that's constructive criticism, and that's actually helpful criticism to understand what you mean by trash, by what you know, like what this game could do better. And not enough people say uninspired, they say trash. And
the worst part about it is like, if you're critiquing the game, like, for instance, I'll say Kirby 64. I really loved a lot of that game. I will say one of the things that I found was it just feels like the game was slow in some of the movements, slow in some of the delivery of how I used Kirby. Like, that would be kind of constructive criticism.
yeah,
And I think someone would, like, the people who make the game would probably take that into consideration, but you get some of these people who really love the game who just, like, are shocked that you even going on the game. It's like, okay, you don't share the same opinion as me, but no, I agree with Landy. Like, you can say something is more uninspiring and then kind of critique it that way, but when you just outright say this game sucks, okay, well, now that's just an opinion.
yeah.
And again, if you're not going to play the game, what leg are you standing on? You know, you can explain why the game didn't make you want to open your wallet and spend the money. That's something that, yes, studios are going to want that feedback, you know, but to, you know, just label something very broadly and generally without offering why it doesn't appeal to you doesn't really say anything.
Yeah,
I'm being so hypocritical right now as I literally sat through the Game Awards and shit on Final Fantasy the entirety. But that's just because I like making people angry, and I just don't. My entire stream is to piss people off. So what do I want to do?
there you go.
Yeah,
It was that I was more upset if the DLC won. I didn't
Yo.
care. I was just tired of Final Fantasy winning every year. I'm mad about it. It doesn't matter. I just didn't want a DLC to win.
I've stated my opinion on DLC being nominated
Have its own
very
category.
heavily.
Have its own category, because there's some phenomenal DLCs out there that deserve their own category. Make it a category. I'll be happy then.
I basically was like, if the DLC did something new, like, obviously it had new music. I wouldn't have been upset if it won music. Like, right? If that's kind of what, like, as long as a DLC brings something new to a certain category, I think it should be nominated for a category. But Game of the Year, it's not a game. It's DLC.
I need to be able to, if it's going to be nominated for Game of the Year, that means I have to be able to make a purchase and play that game, no questions asked. If I have to buy another game, get up to a certain point, unlock a certain avenue, and then I get to play your DLC, you didn't release a game. You released an expansion, and that's okay. Some of the best gaming experiences I've ever had have come from expansions, and we can celebrate that. I think good expansions are a good version of DLC. But to make it Game of the Year when it stems or branches off a game that came out years ago, we all know that's dumb. We all know that's dumb, and thank God it didn't win it. But I don't know.
Yeah, those.
I'm not saying anything other people haven't said a million times at this point.
No, I was like, I've very, like, stated my opinions on this.
You wanted it to win Game of the Year, right, Trousers? You were one of those guys?
I was like,
oh, it deserves it.
Elden Ring deserves it. These guys worked so hard. No one else worked hard at all this shit.
Trousers just two standing points. Buff Jeff the Land Shark
He
and
was,
the
he
DLC.
was standing hard, bro.
Trousers is straightforward.
No, he blocked me on Twitter because I disagreed. Like,
I should start blocking people on Twitter. I think that's the to jump back into studios and people calling games trash. I think that's just the culture that we're in right now. To kind of deviate, but to get back, I have been on a Twitter and TikTok war with the DC community, mainly Snyder fans. on the Superman trailer. I am on a literal war.
Now he's here. Now he's here. Damn it.
And
Oh, hey.
hello,
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
we can.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude, but here I am. All
I guess it's okay.
right. So you say it's okay. It's okay.
And we had a vote 5 seconds before you came in, and we're like, if Andy joins, we're all good. We're all good. All right.
What are we? What
right.
are we chatting about?
Oh, we're just saying bye.
Sorry, what? I could not hear anything you guys said.
The Snyder fans on Twitter, which I was very excited to hear.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Sidelines.
I've seen some. I've seen some. I mean, I'm not really into like the Snyder verse stuff or any of that, but I've seen some stuff on the outside.
I was.
Yes.
I
Oh, Retro, what's up, man? I didn't realize how many people were in here. Let's go.
Yes, but I am on a purge because I enjoyed the Snyder movies for what they were. I mean, I just enjoy any DC content that comes across live action or animated, just because Marvel is having Marvel's had too much time in the spotlight, and DC just keeps getting shafted every chance it gets. And all
Marvel's definitely going downhill, man. In
Oh,
terms of
movies,
movies.
Yeah.
we're rising at the peak.
I had Andy at like 200% volume on my end.
I feel like I did too. Just like, yo, oh no, he's at 100. That's yeah.
You want me to whisper? Is that okay?
No,
Somehow that's louder.
Yeah, I don't know.
how that happens.
That's because I put my mouth right against my mic. That's why.
That's the weirdest ASMR. But no, I just think with people calling everything trash, that's just all I've seen is just hate.
It's for
And
every
just comparing it to other games. Like when Far Cry 6 came out, everyone was like, dude, this isn't like Far Cry 5. And it's like, cool, because this is Far Cry 6.
That's how like every sequel is. I feel like whenever it like just releases, it's like, oh, it's not like this game, it's bad, and then you let it, and then like a couple years go by, and then people are like, oh my gosh, this game's a masterpiece.
And
Like
that's what
it
happened to
always happens,
Snyder.
dude. Yep. Mhm.
Everyone
Yep.
shit on Man of Steel and BVS and
Yep,
all
yep,
of this
yep, yep.
stuff. Snyder didn't have his fans. It was only
BBS
until-
is still fucking trash. Still trash.
I like aspects
Will
of
always
BVS,
be
but
trash.
the DC only has a good couple movies, which is really sad. And one of them, no, but like all these Snyder fans, and I don't know what side of Twitter I got onto where I couldn't get onto the side of the people like rejoicing for this movie,
Right. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
just James Gunn in general, because everyone's shitting on James Gunn like he hasn't missed yet.
no,
He hasn't.
he has.
He hasn't missed. He has put out all 3 Guardians movies were a banger, like the best trilogy, and all of his DC content so far has been phenomenal. Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, phenomenal. Like he has not missed. He clearly cares about the characters, and the people complaining, "Oh, Guy Gardner's in this movie. Like, who cares?" Did you even know who the Guardians were in 2014? Because I didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't. I'm no idea.
I'm so Superman's my favorite superhero, right? So I'm really excited for his take.
And
on
Guy
Superman.
Gardner's being played by Nathan Fillion. That's enough to get me to go watch it. You know.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
just-
Oh, did you? What did you say? Because Guy Gardner? Wait, what did he say?
Nathan Fillion.
Guy Gardner's being played by Nathan Fillion.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
playing him in the new Superman. So I'm like, oh, like I'll definitely go watch that. You know.
Yeah, he's like in all of
As
James
someone who's more of a
Gunn's movies too. It's crazy.
But yeah, I think that's just how the community is right now of fans. But I also blame gaming studios for putting out mid content.
Yeah.
Just AAA studios just putting out mid content, but indie studios putting out absolute hitters.
Right. Well, I mean, dude, Landy has been talking about this for forever, dude. Like for the last couple of years of like, dude, in maybe like in a few years, like indie games are going to be taking over the industry. If
Well,
like
look,
they're
here's what
starting
you gotta
to,
know.
but like they're going to take over in waves in the next few years.
The bottom line is you don't have to like them. You can have your opinion about them. But Pal World is a Pokemon competitor now, and they're an indie company.
Power.
Yeah.
All
Dude.
the AAA studios in the world couldn't find a way to compete or even put up. No, you know how many AAA studios would dream of putting up Pokemon or Pal World numbers?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
And
you're
again,
good when
you don't have to
Power World
like them.
has
I didn't play
clones
the game. I
now.
have no opinion, but it's impressive to say the least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Power World's great, and I only played the game preview edition because I didn't buy it on Steam. But the fact that you can base build, put your little pals to work, you can catch humans. I caught.
That's awesome.
I caught the merchant. The merchant strode into my village, and I went, "You're a merchant.
That's
you sell
awesome.
things." I caught him. I'll throw him down, and he still sells things.
Oh,
And I
that's.
was like, "Oh, I just have my own personal little Pokeball guy."
Wasn't that a bug or was that?
Isn't that just
no.
wait? Isn't that just slavery?
Yes.
Like, isn't that-
Yes, it is. But
Well,
no, because it's not a glitch. Because the game you'll catch them, and the game will be like catching humans is deemed
Immoral.
inhumane, but we're not going to stop you.
That's hilarious.
Like the cops will get called on you, like the not cops, but they have like each district has their own like
POW police.
the POW police. Yeah, like they'll just come and beat you with
Oh
sticks,
my god!
or shoot at you. But that game has such like, and yeah, sure, some of the pals kind of look like Pokemon. Who cares?
Yeah.
Some of the Pokemon kind of look like Dragon Quest enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some of those Dragon Quest enemies look like Bakugan characters. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Bakugan.
Power World's a good time though. I had a really fun time with Power World when it came out. Was that this year too, or was that was last year? Huh?
No, that was I think
Or-
last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess 2 years
No,
ago.
wait, no, I think it was 2024. 1 second.
They got sued
No,
in 2024.
I think
They
I
got-
think it had to have been last year. It's been out for a minute.
I
Yeah.
wonder if Doki V's ever gonna come out.
Oh, you know, it's been in early access for a while, but the game officially came out January 18th, 2024.
Okay, so they did like they probably had what like
Early access.
an early
Yeah.
access beta thing that you could just play at whatever,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
it officially released. Gotcha. I think like Ark Survival Evolved did something like that where it was like in beta for years, but you could still just play the
I
game.
mean, Fortnite was in beta for 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out Helldivers for beating Fortnite in most like ongoing multiplayer game.
Yeah,
While
good for
I
them,
don't-
dude.
I don't think deserved. I still think Fortnite's on a generational run.
Yeah.
In
Well, with all
gaming.
the things that they've been adding
yeah,
to Fortnite,
all the things that you can do in Fortnite.
it's now
right
a genre. It's not even a game. It's now like a genre.
You can
like,
load up.
right.
I
at this
loaded up
point.
Fortnite, and I loaded into a creative map, which used to be like some dog shit that I didn't want to do. It was a fully open world survival game with a giant ass map where you were surviving against zombies.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh, okay. But like main modes, like their Lego survival game mode is excellent.
Hmm.
Is so much fun.
Lego Survival.
So they have Lego Odyssey, which is their basically a huge. It's huge. Like it's gotten to the point where I'll go to one side of the map and I can't see. They're like at least, I don't know, what was it, like 5.2k meters away.
Wow.
Like that map is massive. It's all Lego. You fight Lego bosses, but you also build houses. There's a Star Wars island, so you can get a lightsaber, which is
That's sweet.
which is fun. But like they've added Lego. Like all the characters that they've added have Lego versions. At least most of them do. So like Lego Miles Morales, even like Lego Marvel characters that have never been put in sets have their own Lego model. So like that they have a Rock Band mode that you can use your
Yeah,
Rock
I
Band
saw
stuff
that.
with. Like plug your Rock Band guitar in and you can still do it.
Yeah.
So it's like they brought that genre back. They have a racing mode, which I know one friend of mine is like platinum in it because he says it's like the most fun racing he's ever had. But then like you have all their battle royale modes. They brought back the OG map for all the people who got tired of all the new bullshit. I am one of those people.
Nice.
But that game is on a generational gaming run. I just wish they would listen to the fans more.
Right.
Like they used to. I'm tired of all the collabs. I'm tired of scrolling through the item shop and I see Mariah Carey, Shaq, Snoop Dogg, Master Chief, Spider-Man, Iron Man. I'm like, bro.
Goku.
I loaded up yesterday. It was like I loaded up. I went down one. It was Patrick Mahomes. I went down two. And it was Batman. And I was like, okay, my head hurts.
A lot of the collabs sometimes like don't make sense either. Like having Aang from Avatar and then giving him a gun is really weird to look at.
It's definitely strange.
I will say that Fortnite has a phenomenal lore. Back when they were actually like focusing on the lore, they had multiple Marvel comic tie-ins, multiple DC comic tie-ins. Basically, everyone that you're seeing is a snapshot of the actual person. So you're playing as like actual Aang. Like Invincible had a whole thing. If anyone here watches Invincible,
Yeah.
where he popped out with a Fortnite sniper, and it was to explain how he got snapshotted into the world. But they abandoned the Fortnite lore to just do concerts, and I'm not happy about it. Like,
There's a lot of detail put into the concerts, though. I will say, like,
oh, the concerts are phenomenal, and they
Yeah.
pull in numbers.
yeah,
Like I was at the first one. I was at the Marshmello concert. I like to tell people I went to a Marshmello concert. Not really. But yeah, the Marshmello concert was insane. Like of its time, like now we have like the Travis Scott event and all the other events where it's like an actual like more of a production than I'd say like a concert. But like they're putting in work over there. But no, Helldivers did deserve multiplayer of the year. I know Andy just picked it up.
it's good. Helldivers is
I
so
did,
good.
dude.
It's
It's
so good.
it's addicting because I kind of was always interested in it. And then my buddy Joe texted me. He's like, "I'm buying Helldivers right now," and I'm like, "I guess I'll buy it." and then like I just and then we hopped on. I was like, "Oh, like this is like pretty fun," and it's just video game fun.
Yeah.
Like you go in, you kill some stuff, like you get flung around, and then you go home.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Or
just a
you go
good
in
time.
And have a full like panic because you're on a level 8 through 10 and it is
Yeah.
not stopping.
It's
That's
a good.
what I run. I hate it.
It's a good game to like pick up for like 5-10 minutes and then put down too. Like,
Too bad.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
go.
5,
You can
10
jump in and
minutes.
just do like a couple of missions, and then just be like, okay, like I'm good for the day. Like you don't have to like commit to it.
yeah,
Is I think is what you're
The
trying
war
to
bonds
say.
are cheap and they also stick around. I said that before. Like I think that's a great method. Marvel Rivals is going with that method of just keeping like battle passes around.
Yeah.
But no,
I've
all
had
the
so
war
much fun
bonds-
with Marvel Rivals, man.
Dude, Marvel Rivals is great.
yeah.
I'm having a blast with it. I gotta be honest. I'm
It
probably
looks-
gonna play it the second this thing ends. I'm not lying.
Can I play with you the second this thing ends?
Hit me up, bro. We'll get on.
Okay, I'm so down.
I think Marvel Rivals is great. I think this is a weird complaint. It needs more villains.
I don't
yeah,
think it's a weird
I'm with,
complaint.
I'm so
Yeah.
with you. I'm so with you. You're
Look,
so
I know
right.
that,
You're
I know
so
that
right.
Fantastic Four is coming. They've been leaked for who knows how long.
Is-
they've leaked? Yeah, all
is-
the character like controls have gotten leaked. I know Ultron's coming.
is Doom
But, like-
coming? Like,
Yeah, Doom's
That's-
coming, but he's blue, and I don't like blue.
he's
Nah,
Weird.
get me these Spider-Man villains ASAP.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
and I
Oh,
Green
now.
Goblin.
Doc Ock.
He's
Doc Ock
cute.
would be a really cool villain to see.
Bro, give it all to me, bro. Let's get Black Cat in here. I know she's more of an anti-hero, but like, come on, even more anti-heroes. Like, let's
Yeah.
run this.
Mysterio
They have so,
would
that's
be
what makes
neat.
this game so exciting. Is they have
Daredevil, your
such a
screen's just
crazy
black.
cast to pull from.
Like that'd be
What would Chameleon do? Would he
turn
just-
into the other character. What do you-
That well, I mean, like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, would that be his only? Like, you could just be whichever character you want. I guess that'd be kind of
Nah,
neat,
he-
actually.
Yeah, I think maybe turn into the other character on the team. I don't know.
Yeah, that.
Like, there's so many characters. that
Nah,
they could
give me
do.
Green Goblin on the glider right
That's-
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
the
But there's
flying.
so many
Let me
outfits
shank
they could do
Iron
for
Man in
that.
midair. I want to shank Iron Man in midair. Come on.
Oh, dude!
I will say, though-
you just need Wolverine for that. You lunge and you knock Iron Man out of the sky. It's
Yeah, you
great.
just need
It's
Squirrel Girl for that. Her nut, her one big nut disables people, just freezes them. I dropped Iron Man out of the sky every time. Love it. Get out of my airspace, please. You are annoying, and no one is dealing with you. Why is no one handling you on my team? We're just ignoring the guy up there? Give me War Machine. Let me send War Machine up there.
Yeah.
Vision. Like, oh my gosh, Vision.
There was a lot of leaked characters I saw from Marvel Rivals too, which was like
I'm happy the Fantastic Four is coming.
I'm glad they are too. I think that's a really smart play.
And Ultron.
Yeah.
No. They're missing. You know what character would pop off?
Captain Carter.
Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck.
I mean, Deadpool would pop off.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Dude, Howard the Duck Deadpool combo?
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, you would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one complaint from that game, and it's such a weird niche complaint. Majority of the MCU skins look awful on these characters.
I think the only one that like looks really, really good is the Wolverine's
No,
one.
he's too bulky in that. He looks weird.
It looks way better than his official skin. though.
I like his official skin.
I'm not a huge fan of it. The only thing I like about it is his hair sticks up when he goes into the Berserker mode.
Yeah, but like Loki looks weird. Like his crown's too big because everything's disproportionate in this universe. Black Widow looks good, but Black Widow looks good anywhere. I mean, come on now. Yeah, no, that game is excellent, and it makes me really wish we had a DC version.
Yeah.
It's
Keep
we never
dreaming.
will.
Okay, as long as you know. As long as you know.
As long as I know it'll never happen, and if it does, it'll just be shit into the ground because it's copying Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who think Marvel Rivals will die in a couple months.
I don't think so.
It's the Overwatch 2 people who are just like, hey, that game ain't lasting. Overwatch is still big.
It will.
All they got to do is avoid the roll queue. Avoid the roll queue, the game will live on. Period,
Yeah.
man.
They just gotta buff Jeff the Land Shark and the game will live on.
All right.
Buff Jeff the Land Shark, release a DLC for Marvel Rivals so that can win Game of the Year. Charles' entire 2025
I think it's technically can qualify for Game of the Year since how late it officially came out. So it could be nominated
Well,
this
if
year.
it doesn't get roll queue, it has a very good chance.
Roll queue, keep adding characters, keep adding maps, keep adding all the fun stuff like new sprays, new emotes, new voice lines.
well-
Just keep doing that and let the game thrive. Like, let people live and die by their decisions. Don't lock people into certain team
love that.
formations. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that all the Overwatch
Look-
people were like, that's the reason Overwatch had to add roll queue is they added too many characters. And I was like, but who cares?
thank you.
You want to
Thank
run an
you.
entire team of Vanguards? Go ahead. I would love to watch it. I'm not joining it.
They say that, but like this game launched with like more characters than Overwatch, right? Like this.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's
Well, one of the
I'll
fun
get
things to
some
do
numbers
would
for
be
you.
like if the best part is if you got a lobby and you're all in voice chat and you're all communicating with each other. If you got to like capture the territory, capture the area, and you keep getting boxed out, you could all just like switch to tanks.
Yeah, you,
Get them out. Have you retrain, switch out. Like you could do so much fun stuff like that. I just hope it never changes because I feel like because I loved Overwatch, but I fell off hard when they started making all the changes. This reminds me of why I loved a game like Overwatch in the first place.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, Overwatch launched with 12 characters, Overwatch 2 with 22, and Marvel Rivals with 33.
Boom,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
boom.
And then there's just such a wide variety of Marvel characters to pick from. Like
And look, there are some characters who are OP, but like the balance really is pretty good.
if Stan Lee was still alive, I feel like he would be such a good character to add.
Yeah, they can do it. They can do it.
I
They
just
can do
feel
it.
like
He
it,
has
it
so
might.
many-
Like a Stan Lee skin on like another character or something like that.
No, just
Oh, like a
Stan Lee.
Spider-Man Stan Lee skin.
No, I think Retro's onto it. You do the Stan Lee cameo. That's what Stan Lee was about in these sort of
Yeah,
appearances.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
in the background on one of the stages, you know?
It's
Yeah,
like
play it in
Excelsior, and then
If you do a Spider-Man scene, just have him mopping in the background.
yeah.
Yeah. Or have him have the like the headphones on in the library, like in Amazing Spider-Man. It's just like that would be pretty great.
That'd be interesting if they did like a Midtown High map.
Yeah,
Just-
we need more
yeah.
maps. More. I need like a New York City map.
Yes.
I need like a. Jeez, there are not a lot of fictional places or places in. An Xavier's Institute, like on the front lawn.
Oh,
So-
that could be cool.
I have not played Marvel Rivals yet, but I've had my eye on it.
All right,
Would you guys say?
download it right now. We're gonna play.
I know I should. I really should. Would you guys say? So would you guys say that it's better than Overwatch?
Yo, yeah, yeah.
I've never.
Okay, because that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. Like OG, better than the OG Overwatch.
it's
Whenever
ve-
that came out.
Say it's on par. I'll say
Yeah.
it's on par.
Because
I don't know what's going to be better, but it's on par for sure.
I,
Better
I
than Paladins.
I think the thing that really helps it stick out, especially over Overwatch, despite being the same type of gameplay, is the team up abilities. Like certain characters have
Oh.
synergy with each other.
Dude, Hulk and Wolverine, oh my god.
Yeah, Hulk and Wolverine do the
Fastball
fastball
special.
special. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's sweet. I didn't even know about that. That's
Yeah,
so
honestly,
exciting.
one of my mains has been Hela because so many people play Thor and Loki. So just playing as Hela gives me like we always have good team composition because Thor and Loki, like everyone plays as Thor and Loki. So just playing as Hela has kept me on good composition teams.
Hela just gets to revive them, right? Like when she gets a kill or something. Isn't that how she works?
Right, there's abilities like that when they team up, the Asgardians, like in general, and there are other matches like this, they sort of compound abilities. And one of them is like revival mechanics. I think the Guardians have a mechanic like that too if Adam Warlock is in. There's so many just cool compositions like that.
That's cool.
Make me understand why some people do think it's already better than Overwatch because it does add to the formula in a way Overwatch never did. Like my wife even said she played it for 10 minutes. She's like, I feel like I've actually got to play Overwatch 2 now.
Wow. How what are the teams? Is it like 4v4?
It's 6v6.
6v6. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I might download it now.
Yeah,
Now.
do it right now.
We're gonna play
Oh,
while
yeah.
we talk about games.
Speak-
Yeah, I don't have time to play now, but like I think because I've been eyeing it up, and I'm just like, okay, well, it's free to play, so that's a good incentive to just download it. And my other thing has been like, do I have the time to? But it's also a kind of game where it's like you just hop in, play a couple matches, and be done. You know?
Exactly.
And the battle
Yeah.
pass never expires, which is like
That is and that is sweet because I think Retro Reset because I think Helldivers,
Helldivers
Does something
War
like
Bonds
that.
don't expire.
yeah, like that is
Democratic
nice.
detonation.
That is nice. That is
The best
nice.
War Bond.
I already finished the battle pass though, but it won't expire on me.
Sweet.
I went and claimed all the free stuff because I didn't know I could do that in the Marvel Rivals one.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh,
I also love like playing chicken with these free to play games. It's like I know I'm inevitably going to spend a little bit of money to like get a skin I like, but I like playing
Right.
chicken. I'm going to play you for free forever. I'm freeloading. I'm freeloading on these servers, baby.
Yeah,
But they're going to get me because some of the skins are just so cool.
Oh, Marvel
I guess that would
Rivals-
be one complaint I guess I would have about Marvel Rivals with the not talking about the servers. I do kind of miss the loot boxes, the way Overwatch did them in the beginning. There was something fun about unwrapping something. Like they give you the rewards in Marvel Rivals, but there's almost something I miss about like actually opening the boxes and those things sort of being given to you for free. But that's the difference between Overwatch, which you had to pay for, and now Marvel Rivals, which is just free to play from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd say that, but Splitgate had loot boxes. Apex Legends did loot boxes. That you didn't have. To
Loot box
but
in general
I-
doesn't mean good. I just mean the way Overwatch did them in the beginning.
I think
No, but I think it'd be nice to get like like color variants for your skins.
I think the issue is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
loot
I'm
boxes are
that.
kind of banned in areas now, right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
So it's
Thanks,
like if you
CS:GO.
want to make a massive game, you have to be.
Okay, reward system. Forget I said
Yeah.
loot box. Reward system. I wish the reward system felt as good and as ease as early Overwatch. But again, given that one was a fully priced game and this is free to play, I understand the compromise there.
I wish there wasn't like 6 different currencies.
This is
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say, I suppose.
Yeah, because like, well, I mean, the blue and the gold currency are like the same thing. I don't understand the difference of them at all. And then there's like purple currency for the battle pass, which I'm not a big fan of. I think battle pass should be based off you playing, not based off you doing challenges. But I guess it does encourage people to play new things and try new things. But some people just want to play their character they like, you know. And then they added like some festival currency thing too recently, and it was like, oh, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just play the game, man. I feel like if you start going into these in-game currency rabbit holes, you're gonna come out with like $20 on your credit card. So I'm just like,
Or you can do what I
play
did
these
and have-
characters. I like them. We're just gonna have fun.
I think that's why I'm so indebted to playing Fortnite. I've spent close to $7,000 in that game. I think. I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
in-
what do they
in
call
7
that? What do they
years,
call that?
Trouble with money.
Yes.
And that's called being poor.
Oh,
decisions
there's
with
a
money.
way with
Bad
it.
money
Right.
management.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. I think that's I see skin I like, I buy. Oh no, I don't have money.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I dropped $7,000 all at once, and that's a rough number.
Do I want to eat dinner tonight, or do I want a new battle?
What do I want, Batman?
Do
That's
I-
a big question.
Oh.
No, but I got like 460 some skins in this game in Fortnite, so I just feel indebted to play it. Because I was like, I've spent a good penny in this game. So I hope I get that with Marvel Rivals,
Yeah.
to where I just feel indebted to play. I'll get that Moon Knight skin eventually.
I don't know. Does it? Can you get it after the season ends?
No, it's a no, not that skin.
Oh,
the
the-
item shop skin, the Mr. Knight skin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My only complaint about that skin is he has a cape, and I don't like the cape. Mr. Knight doesn't wear a cape.
No capes. But
No
I
cape-
guess
no
he,
capes.
I guess he kind of needs it for his ability.
Yeah, for gliding, I get it. I understand. But you could have him just put his hands up in the air or something.
he like T poses and like
I'm
glides.
not that man.
We are coming. Oh, we passed the 2-hour mark here already. Do you guys? I don't mind keep going. It's totally up to you guys.
I'll probably have to leave in the next 15 minutes or so,
Oh,
but I
okay.
can chat for a little bit longer.
I mean, like we could totally wrap it up here too. Then
What have we talked about? Because I missed
video
most
games?
of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, because games in 2025, like I don't know what games we talked about.
GTA 6,
G-
Splitgate
Oh, of
2,
course.
Pokemon.
Power.
We were talking about some of us are knocking out some backlog stuff this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I even went into the full detail about last year's one of the most amazing marketing campaigns was the Fearless Year of Shadow that happened last year.
Oh, for sure. I actually just saw. I'm not gonna say any spoilers or anything for anyone who's watching, but I just saw Sonic 3 a couple days ago. It was
Ooh, it's good.
fantastic.
It's
Good stuff.
so damn good.
Have we
I need to watch
are you guys I know one game that I'm looking forward to is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's that RPG. I can't remember the studio who's making it, but like Ben Starr's in it, Charlie Cox is in it. It looks I don't know if you guys have kept your eye on it at all. But it looks really, really good. Turn-based combat, but also like there's action commands. It kind of looks like a mix of like the UI, at least in the battles kind of look like a mix of Persona, but also like it has like Paper Mario like action command mechanics in it. So I don't know if anyone's had their eye on that, but if you haven't seen a trailer for it, definitely check it out. It looks like it's going to be a grand time. Other than that, it's like that and then Monster Hunter is what I'm going to be
And
playing in
Ghost of
February.
Yote.
And Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
I forgot Ghost of Yote is coming out this year. Yeah.
I was like,
Mhm.
I know we were talking about Ghost of Yote a lot recently,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I'm excited.
Mhm.
I
That's it for me though.
Expedition 33. I kind of eyeballed it a little bit, but I keep hearing more and more about it, and I'm like, maybe I should
Yeah.
check it out more.
It's supposed to come out in the spring.
Oh, okay.
It's got a spring release window. But it looks sweet. Like if you're into like classic RPGs, it looks like a very modern classic RPG. So, that's really it. Like I mean this year's probably going to be a big like kind of big backlog year for me too. Like I want to get through. I'm going down the Xenoblade pipeline this year, so that's fun already. But yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts 4 news this year. I feel like we got to. You know, I didn't want to open that can of worms unless it's already been open, but like,
we
you know,
we
We're
haven't
missing the link.
we haven't
Yeah.
touched them on Kingdom Hearts,
yeah,
but
I don't know if we shouldn't talk about it.
if we
Right?
don't get-
we should just avoid it.
I'm just gonna say, if we don't get Kingdom Hearts 4 news, I'd be kind of shocked because, like,
Yeah, we
I
have to
would
get
just be
something.
wondering what Square Enix is doing now. Like, they're
Well, because they did say recently they're going to give us an update on like Remake Part 3, FF7 Remake Part 3. And it's like, man, are we going to hear about that before we hear more about Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts 4?
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah.
could you imagine
question.
the community if Remake Part 3 comes out?
Well,
before
here's what I'm
Kingdom
hoping
Hearts
Square
4?
does. I'm
Oh,
hoping
I'm not
what they
surprised if we will.
I'm hoping like because I know they released the trailer that came out 2 years ago. They said they released it because they were afraid of like things getting leaked and things like that. And here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the next time we get information or the next trailer that we get, they're just gonna be like, oh hey, like this game's coming out like within the year or something like that. Like I'm not expecting it, but that's what I'm hoping for. Because it would be great to be like, oh, like actually this is not that far around the corner. You know, it's not coming out in 2029 or whatever. Like it's actually I think that's what they should do because it's been so long at this point. But that's just me. Like I'm a fan when companies do like they're like, hey, here's a trailer for this. Oh, it's coming out in like 7 months. You know, like I wish more companies did that. Like Nintendo's really good at doing that. They did that with like Mario Luigi Brothership for as an example. I think they did that with Echoes of Wisdom too. It's like, oh, like here's a new Zelda game. It's coming out in like 5 months. I wish more companies would do that.
Yeah, and I mean, we already know we're gonna hear from Nintendo by March.
Yes.
So
right.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of game announcements. Can you imagine if they're like the Switch comes out tomorrow?
I
God.
mean, it would be kind of nuts.
Completely Nintendo.
Yeah.
You already know the pre-orders are gonna go up that day though, so I'm like trying to save
Yeah.
some money already for that.
Sure.
Yeah, I still got to save my money for my flight for Reconnect.
I know. There's so much. They all want my
We're gonna
wallet.
have the only Kingdom Hearts news is gonna come from Reconnect, and that's because we're all gonna be there.
That's so funny. Dude, imagine they drop a trailer at Reconnect.
I
That'd be
mean,
sick.
7/13
That would be
is when
wild.
we're at Reconnect, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's
I wouldn't be surprised to be honest. And what 7/13 is that? It's I don't know. That's I'm gonna look at the calendar. That's a
7/13 is
Sunday.
a Sunday.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. 7/11 is a Friday. I'm gonna be there on the 9th,
Me too.
but I'm also planning to take off 2 weeks from work. So.
nice.
I was kind of wanting to stay the whole week too. Like, it'd be fun. It'd be nice to hang out with everyone. I know a lot of people are talking about staying a little extra too. So
Yeah, I'm down to go. I'm down to go hiking one day since we're gonna be in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Just made a video game announcement 4 hours ago.
Who?
The IGN has made a video game announcement. Creators of Minecraft has announced Minecraft 2.
Oh, I saw that.
So-
Yeah,
so, that's
it
something.
the
Interesting.
I think he specifically said a spiritual successor,
It's Minecraft 2.
but it's yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
Minecraft
We're
2.
gonna get Minecraft 2 before GTA 6. Wild.
what a world!
What a world we live with the announcement.
I'm kind of
Minecraft-
surprised there wasn't a GTA 6
I'm
announcement or trailer at the Game Awards.
I'm
Like
not.
I really thought there was
That
gonna be
game's
something
not
there.
coming out.
Yeah.
That
You
game
would know
comes
better
out-
than I would though.
That
Like I
game
don't
is
follow.
not
I
coming
don't
out
follow those
until
games.
2026.
we're gonna get GTA 7 before GTA 6. It's insane.
They'll
I'd
pull
take
like
Red Dead 3 before we get GTA
It would be
6.
it would be kind of funny though if they pulled like a Goat Simulator 3
Yeah.
and they're just like they just call it GTA 7 or something because like GTA
That
6
came out
is
this
never
year, Goat
coming
Simulator
out.
3, or was that last year?
That was it might have been 2024.
That game
Have
is
to check.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Please go play it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the Goat Simulator.
It's so stupid.
I think I've only played the first like Goat Simulator.
I went to play the first Goat Simulator because they threw the first Goat Simulator with all the DLC on Game Pass.
Oh wow.
So I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it." Because you can do Skyrim in that game for some reason.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
Like, there's a Star Wars something. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. But like the mechanics in 3, like they went in and improved everything for 3. Just all the stuff you can do on this pretty decently sized open world for a goat. But like, I'll just get like 4 buddies and we'll just go around and just mess up stuff and do little quests and.
It's fun to goof around in games. It's so fun to goof around in games with your friends. I want to do more of that this year too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm good. I'm probably gonna head out soon.
Okay.
Unless y'all wanted to talk about something else.
I was saying maybe just like last thoughts here because we've been live for 2 hours. And then we wrap up. I gotta pee too. So I was
The tank needs to be emptied.
yeah, it's like I was just like I probably shouldn't leave. I'm the host in this to go pee.
I mean, I'm good. I kind of just said what I'm looking forward to this year, and yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty much it.
Yeah, I think I touched up on everything I wanted to. And everyone else feeling the same way?
I'm just looking forward to this year, seeing what y'all do for streaming, and hopefully we can all do well with gaming, and backlogs can be shortened, and
Yeah,
It's a good
I still
time.
need to work. I still need
Yeah.
to work on my backlog.
trousers don't try to kill me because I'm the oldest one here.
My backlog
not
feels like
gonna
One
kill
Piece
you.
right now. I'm never gonna finish it. We'll probably start it.
Or it's just there to look at and then be like, I
Just
should have
there,
played
and then
those.
I'll re-download it. Like I re-downloaded Tomb Raider, the newer ones,
I did
and I was just like, eh.
I did knock out a game I had on my shelf for like 5 years last year, which was awesome.
five.
It felt good. It felt good to do that. Alrighty, guys. I think we'll wrap it up here then. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Do you guys want
Yeah,
to?
thanks for having us.
Oh,
Thank
shout
you.
out Landy for you and me being 4th-time guests. I wanted to say
Hey,
we're the champs.
Oh.
what's the club?
Heck
It's
yeah.
the big club.
Yeah, we'll get to the 5-year club. We'll get robes and stuff.
The ill-fitting robe.
Yeah, the ill-fitting robes.
Ill
They're
fitting
either
There
way
we
too
go.
big or way too short.
All right.
Oh, by the way, trousers, I'm wearing that ill-fitting podcast shirt.
Oh, that's you're still like the only person who has that shirt. I have not bought an
Shirt's
opening
goated.
podcast shirt yet. I should have one. I really should.
Dang,
I'd
Trout.
love-
That, this shirt's coming with me to reconnect.
There we go. I'm glad to hear that. Oh.
Speaking of reconnect, for those who are going in 6.5 months, I'll see you there.
Yeah, guys. Go to Reconnect this year, guys. If There we
Isn't
go.
that Kingdom Hearts based.
It is Kingdom Hearts based.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
I rage quit on the final boss and called it a day.
Odds.
And haven't-
we've all
Actually,
done that.
no, not the final boss. It was the stage after the final boss. We had to complete waves. I rage quit on that and
The
have
Linked
not picked-
Worlds. Yep.
and have not picked it up since. It's been
That's valid though. That is a
2
that's a
years.
classic rage quitting segment of the game. It's probably one of the hardest parts of the
it was
game.
the only game that I've ever rage quit on Steam. So there's that for you. It gets that award.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Uh,
The Retro Waffles Award.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna raid. If you guys want to stick around for the raid, that'd be awesome. We're gonna raid Treehouse.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys
Ew.
know him.
Oh,
The-
damn tree.
I'm a bigger fan of Big Pika, if I'm to be honest.
Oh
with you.
wait, what did I not? I did.
Who
I
and
just-
who is Sora again?
I messed up on the raid. Okay, here we go. 1 second.
Send us.
Send it.
There we go. Yes, we did it.
Good job, Trav.
Raids are hard. But yeah, guys, thank you so much again. This episode we'll have it up on podcast hopefully tomorrow. And I hope to see you guys all again soon. And Landy, we gotta rival it up.
You trying to play? You trying to play right now? Like right this second?
I gotta pee first, but I'm down to play whenever you're ready.
I know, man. I'm literally gonna play right now. So just hit me up. We'll do
Okay,
it.
sounds good. All right, bye guys.
Peace.
Good one.
Peace.